What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Patricia Belton. Today we will be discussing, yes, about those relationships. Today I have something rather special for you guys. You know how when you're in a relationship or you're trying to get into a relationship and then there's others from the outside that try to intervene with that, or it could be the person that you with for some apparent reason trying to get others involved in your relationship somehow in some type of form or fashion, and they just causing chaos within the relationship for no apparent reason. Guys, you may not believe this, but it's for no reason whatsoever. This is for the person who's really trying to be nice, who's trying to make the relationship work, and for some reason it's not happening because of the other party. Then you need to watch this, and I need to tell you what you need to do. And also, you need to leave in the comments below, what do you feel that is going on in your relationship that you need fixing, and do you feel that you should break up with them or not? And I will give you the advice on that. And also, I have a story to tell behind the story of men disrespecting their partner when they're trying to have a relationship. All right, guys, so let's start this. Let's start this off. You're in a relationship with someone, right? And you want everything to go so well because you really like this individual. I mean, you really like them. And you thought that they felt the same way about you, right? But then after a certain amount of time of knowing each other or being around each other a little longer, you start to really realize that something is not right. This individual is always telling you, well, your partner is telling you, oh yeah, I have friends. Friends is what us women think. Friends is going to be with a big question mark, guys. Because if you have friends, what type of friends are they? Because if you ask me, the type of friends that they are is someone that you dealt with in the past, or someone that you want to deal with, right? Or someone that you just met that you just saying is your friend. So I can pretty much tell you, ladies, it's one of the three, okay? And the men, you know it. So you're not gonna get over on this. It's no way that you could win this. Like, this is what it is. All right. And ladies, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you're in a relationship and there's a male that's telling you they just have a friend, first of all, you need to know who their friends are. They need to introduce you to their women friends. And if they can't do that, then guess what? You need to kick them to the curb. Because honestly, if it's really really friendly like that, and it's really their friends, that they wouldn't mind introducing you to their friends, girlfriends, and saying things like, oh, hi, this is Sharon. Sharon, this is my woman, or this is my lady. You know what I'm saying? This is my Mrs. You know what I mean? Because if he do that, then you would say, okay, then that really must be his friend, because he introduced me as his woman. So if he disrespected anybody, it was her. It wasn't me, right? So we know the game, ladies, because we are women. So we know each other very well. So when a guy starts saying, oh, he have a friend, girl, look into the friends, okay? I don't care what you have to do. Look into the friends. Go on Facebook, go on Instagram, go on Twitter, whatever it is you have to do to see if there's any history of him communicating with somebody or something like that. Look, there's always a way, all right? If you don't see it there, if you can, go through that phone or whatever, just ask him, you know what? Randomly ask, can I see your messages? If they're not hiding nothing, they don't mind, you looking at their messages, right? Nowadays, though, we can avoid all that. Only thing we have to do is be like, can you FaceTime me? And we already know that if they don't FaceTime, pretty much what's going on. I mean, no one's going to mind FaceTiming unless they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing. Or maybe they're at work. But when you definitely know, like, they don't have a job, they're not at work, and then they're not FaceTiming. You know what I mean? Come on. And then not only that, it's like if you contact them and they contact you so many hours later, 9 times out of 10, they're doing something in between, and they doing something they know they shouldn't have been doing. All right, so we on to the game. But this is what I have to say for the men who disrespect their women. And ladies, this is actually vice versa too. I'm not just going to speak on the women all the time, because it's vice versa. It works in both cases. Honestly, it does. All right. So for any one of you, male or female, if that woman or that male have friends, you're obligated to know who they are and they should introduce you. That's just the way it goes. Because if they're not able to do that, or if they fighting against it and they always defending their friend side, it's something going on more than just friends. Okay? Also, guys and ladies, you should not let any outside people or family come into your relationship in no kind of way, because they don't know what you have going on in your own personal life with this man or this woman. All right? But it's people out there that really get into that's try to mess up relationships. When they see that they're miserable, they really try to mess up good relationships. Right? We know that. So, if a person is in a relationship, right, and they really care about you, you're partners now, they really care about you, I'm going to tell you right now, nobody from the outside family, nobody could ever break you up. That's when two people really love each other and they're not letting anybody come in their space. I don't care who it is. If you can let someone inside of your space in your relationship, I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, that just means that they want to be there. They want the interference of someone else. They want that. It takes two people to stay together. And if they really feel the same way about each other and they really love each other, then they would make it happen. They would not allow anyone to come in between that. That means friends. So what, you mean to tell me that you're going to pick your friends over your man or your lady? Because if that's the case, then you need to be with your friends. You don't need to be with the lady. And men, you don't need to be with and ladies, you don't need to be with the men. That's your partner, if that's the case. I don't understand why people think that women are so blinded. Like they don't see right through you. The worst thing to do is be disrespectful. I'm going to tell you guys what happened to me in one day recently, right? I'm not mentioning any names. But this, I know what my opinion is, but I'm just going to see if you're going to say it. So like I said, feel free to leave comments in the comments below. And let me know whatever it is that you need to know, what you need to do in certain situations. And I would be there to answer your questions, honestly, or what you should do. But this is what happened to me, right? I was going into a Best Buy. I believe it was Best Buy. And I was with a guy friend, right? Well, honestly, this is supposed to be my partner. So we goes into the store. And all of a sudden, we walking into the store. We didn't get completely in the store yet. He turns around and see a female that he knew, right? So he hugs her. And I'm standing there like, okay. Okay. This is weird. This is awkward. But I guess it's one of his women friends. Like he always say he have many of them now, not just one. Some. And mind you, I don't know any of them guys. None. Okay, so we get into the store. They start having this conversation. I'm not going to say what the conversation was about, but I'm still standing there. So I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me just go look for what I came in here for. He seemed to be having a whole conversation, not acknowledging that he never even introduced me to this woman. And then he go to hug her again for a second time. So I'm like, what is going on? So I go back there and get whatever it is I'm looking for, right? And as I'm walking away, the lady said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I said, "No, it's fine. It's fine. It wasn't her fault." Because, I honestly feel that she wasn't trying to be disrespectful. She realized that I walked away, and I believe that she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, that I intervened, with your two talking or whatever." But that was not for her to say. It was for him to say, which he never said. Okay, so anyway, I went and I got my merchandise. I was on my way back to the front to pay for it. So my partner comes behind me, and then he sit there and he started having this conversation with me about how long he knew her and this and that. I don't care. That's the attitude I had. I don't care. I was already upset, but I managed to keep it really professional, really mature, because I realized I'm a grown woman and I have to deal with situations accordingly, right? So I stood on the line and I said, you know what you're going to do right now? You're going to introduce me to her. So it's like he thought about it for like a quick 5 seconds and then he was like, you know what? You're absolutely right. And then when he said, you know what? You're right. Let me go find her. I said, no, don't do that now. You know why I said don't do that now? Because at that very point, I just felt like at that point, first of all, it's not going to resolve anything because I had to tell you to do it. Secondly, it made me feel like, oh, for him to do that now, it's going to make it seem like I'm insecure for some reason. And I know I am not that. I mean, look at me. I'm not that. And anyway, it was crazy, right? So then he was like, oh, you're not going to let me rectify the problem? I'm like, no, because you can't replicate, right? Because of the simple fact, it's already done. I had to tell you that, so it's not genuine. You know what I mean? So anyway, I went outside, and then he just, he still, wanted to still, introduce us or whatever. So I went back inside. I met up with her or whatever. So she was like, she's sorry. She was wondering why, he didn't introduce us and this and that. And it was more sad. But when she said what she said, you could tell that she was trying to, like, tell him that's disrespectful. You know what I mean? But she said it in a way because, that's her friend. And she said it in a way to let me know that nothing is going on. You know what I'm saying? By adding a little something like she's married. Okay. So after that, now remember, the whole time in the store, the whole entire time, never introduced me, nothing like that. He hugged her 3 times. 3 times, ladies and gentlemen. And I didn't say nothing. I just held my cool. I held my composure. And when the lady told us that, his friend told us that, we was on our way out the door, and then he wanted to grab my hand. At that point, I was trying to grab my hand back. Like, why would you try to hold my hand now? Like, you didn't even acknowledge me. Like, he knew I was there, but it seemed like he didn't acknowledge me at all. Like, he didn't want me to be acknowledged. So I really felt like, wow, like, I must really be that important for somebody to try to make me feel like I'm that low. You know what I mean? And honestly, I know I'm important. I'm not trying to be considered anything. You know what I'm saying? But I just felt like I must be really that special. That people want to make me feel like I'm little, like I'm not there, like I'm invincible. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm just saying, if you ever get disrespected like that, honestly, it's hard to get that trust back with somebody because they disrespected you to that level. It's bad. But if that happens, I just know that you're not gonna ever forget it. You may forgive, you're not gonna ever forget it. It's gonna always be in the back of your head, and that's what you're gonna think about, and things ain't gonna ever be the same. Or you just might as well just leave them alone and teach them a lesson. Just leave them alone. You know what I mean? So I'm still holding my ground because I got too much going on. I got too much to do. I ain't got time for it. I'm at the point now where it's, you know what I'm saying, like, do whatever you got to do. I'm still going to do me. I'm a grown woman. I'm going to still hold mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm very attractive, and like I said, I know it's no problem for me to find somebody else. So I don't understand the reason for that happening. You know what I mean? So don't feel bad, ladies, if this is happening to you. Just like I said, always say, it's know your worth, all right? Know your worth. And just try not to get in situations like that, because anything that happens for a reason. So I just need you to remember that. Same to you guys, vice versa. All right, so I have to go because I have to do another video, guys, a requested video. But I just want you to know that good luck, and like I said, do not accept the disrespect, ladies or gentlemen, because if any of this is happening to you, and I know it's happening to a whole lot of you out there, they should not have to come between your relationship. No outsiders, no family, no anybody. If that man really cared about you, he wouldn't allow that in the first place. And that's it. So, see you guys soon. Peace and love. Stay safe, because this world is really a crazy place. I mean, really. Look out for yourself, all right? Peace. I love you guys. Mwah.